Hello, everyone. Today we finally lay to rest why Fox did nothing wrong. We're going to lay it to rest. I have my highly advanced crime scene recreation software. We are going to examine what happened, how this went down, and how Fox did nothing wrong. Everyone hates on Commander Fox. Everyone says, this guy, he should have stunned this guy. Why didn't this guy stun this guy? We're going to talk about that. Don't worry, we're going to talk about that. But first, we need to lay out our crime scene. So we have our victims, our suspect, and our heroes in red. This is who we have. Our victims right here. We got this angry boy right here. He is a military general. We have this sad boy right here. He is a military captain. So both of these guys right here, they're behind a ray shield. What color should the ray shield be? Let's do this color of blue. So they're behind this ray shield, right? So they're literally trapped. They are imprisoned behind a ray shield. And they are high-ranking military officials. They are, they are employees of the government, of the republic, essentially. And what we have right here, this boy right here, this guy, love this guy, such a cool guy, but unfortunately, he kind of did a poopy thing. Now, granted, the thing that he did, it doesn't really matter the reasoning behind it. Some say he was drugged. Some say he was just crazy. Doesn't matter. All that matters in a crime and something that the only thing that this guy needs to know is that this guy tried to literally kill the Chancellor. So this guy is basically the John Wilkes Booth of Star Wars right here. Thankfully, he failed. But ultimately, us as fans, we know that if this guy would have killed him and unveiled Order 66 and everything, would have been great. Would have been awesome. Would have been fantastic. We all would have loved him. We all still love him. But the thing is, there would have been no Star Wars if that happened. So he had to die narratively. Narratively, this sad little boy had to pass away. It's very sad. What color should he be? We're gonna do this color. We'll do a frowny face because it's very sad that he had to pass away. But he did. He had to pass away for the story, for the narrative. But for the context of this literal crime that is happening, this man, who is the prime suspect of an assassination attempt on the Chancellor, is holding a government general and a captain hostage. And these guys, they found the place this is going down. They found the place where this is going down. And what happened? These guys snuck in, right? They snuck in and they assessed the situation. And Fives, what happened? I just rewatched it. Don't worry, I just rewatched it. He turned around and he was looking at these guys like, you gotta listen to me, blah blah blah. He's being manic. He's displaying behaviors that are, a little upsetting. However, he had his back turned, and when he had his back turned, these guys are like, stop, stop what you're doing, blah blah blah. And then Fives is like, oh geez, oh, you gotta get away from me. He appears very manic. He's very upset. He appears dangerous, and he starts eyeballing this thing up here. You know what this thing is? This is a lethal weapon. This is a lethal weapon. What could have happened when Fives is eyeballing this weapon? He could have gone pew pew. Let's do the pew pews. He could have gone pew pew and killed any one of these guys. He could have easily done that. So when he's eyeballing this weapon, Fox, our boy, our hero, is like, don't do it. Drop your weapon. Don't do it. Don't even pick up the weapon. And, Rex over here, he's like, oh, don't do it, bro. Here, we gotta flip him so it's more accurate. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Please don't do it. But unfortunately, man, this guy, he's going through it. He's going through it, bro. And unfortunately, he made a bad choice, and he picked up the weapon. And he aimed it at Fox and the boys in red. He aimed it right at them. So that's bad. Now we have a hostage taker and an attempted assassinator of the Chancellor, holding a lethal weapon at yourself and your fellow officers. So this is where the great debate comes in. Why didn't Commander Fox just stun him? Why didn't he just do the little circle stun thing? Oh no, you got me. So in Star Wars, there are stuns. Guns can be set to stun, right? They can totally be set to stun. They can. However, officers in the real world also have tasers. So they have tasers and they have lethal weapons. And oftentimes with an arrest or a suspect, there is an officer with a non-lethal weapon pointed at a suspect with a taser, but then there's always lethal backup. And in this instance, perhaps some of these troopers had their guns set to stun. Perhaps some of them did. However, when it comes to police officering, that is a phrase now, when it comes to that, when you are faced with a lethal weapon, you don't take a chance with a stun, with, shooting a stun and knocking them out. And some say, oh, but in Star Wars, stuns always work. How many stuns did it take for Scorch to go down? Or Public Commando? And this guy's an ARC trooper on a pretty much the exact same level of expertise. He might have actually been trained to resist stunning, so he is already pretty well aware of the suspect. He knows the background and everything, so he knows that they need to have lethal force. And when you face somebody who will pew-pew you, I doubt Fives had that gun set to stun. Come on, let's be real. This man is very manic at this point. He has his best friend behind a ray shield. It's tragic. It's tragic. But this is the reality of the situation. It's very sad. Remember, this is sad. This is all sad. However, when you are faced with a lethal weapon, Fox had to do the right thing to protect himself and these guys. He had to protect these guys because Fox loves these guys. Because they're his bros, they're his brothers. He loves these guys. He wants to protect everybody. And he also wants to protect these guys. So unfortunately, when you are faced with a suspect that is pointing a lethal weapon at you, you have to shoot back. And Fives, unfortunately, got shot. He got shot. Fox was quicker on the draw, shot him first, and you just have to do that. This was an imminent danger to lives. This guy could have killed people. This guy already tried to kill somebody. Let's ignore the fact that, Emperor Palpatine's evil, blah, blah, blah. No one knew that but him. No one knew that but him. This guy has gone crazy with the truth and also being drugged. But the background doesn't matter. It just makes the situation more tragic. It makes the situation more tragic. It doesn't mean that this guy did anything wrong. This guy did not do anything wrong. No, sir. Did nothing wrong. So this guy, unfortunately, he's got a hole in him now. He's got a hole in him, and it's really sad that he got a hole in him. And he's laying down. He just got shot. Bro just got shot. And okay, how do we need to rotate him? That way. There we go. So he's laying down, very sad, very, very sad. The gun is on the ground, no longer in his reach. And Anakin over here, this little angry boy, is like, get these ray shields off, bro. What are you doing? Get the ray shields off. So this guy right here, he's pew pew, shoots the ray shield. Awesome, great. And what should have happened to make this a realistic scenario? Fives should have been put in handcuffs. They should have still been telling him, put your hands up, and putting him in handcuffs, even after he's been shot. That is what officers do. Officers will literally mag dump somebody. Officers will mag dump somebody and still put them in handcuffs. Because people can survive a lot. Unfortunately, though, Fives, this red blot right there is a really good shot. It was a really good shot. And, poor Rex. Bro is seeing, his best buddy on the floor dying and everything. And he runs over to him. And I feel like when he ran over to him, these boys over here, these good little boys, hesitated. They should have actually, realistically, taken Rex and stepped him back and arrested Fives, even while he was dying. That's what they should have done to do their jobs right. However, they have souls. Fox has a soul. The clones have a soul. They knew that, this situation is tragic. However, Fox could not risk the lives of his men because this guy made a poor decision to point the gun. Like, Fox told him not to do it. Rex told him not to do it, but he did it because the boy is struggling. He's out here struggling. He's on the struggle bus. So it's tragic. He's like, oh, Fives, no. And then Fives is like, the nightmares are finally over. And then he dies. He dies, right? Dead. And it sucks. It sucks. Fives is gone. One of the best clone troopers of all time is gone. And because of that, because he is gone, and this character that we loved has died, everybody thinks that this guy right here is the worst ever. They say that Fox is the worst guy of all time because he killed Fives. No, he did his job. He protected his boys. He cares about his brothers just as much as anybody else. But unfortunately, this one brother was risking the lives of other brothers, including Rex. We don't know what Fives would have done. Maybe he would have been fine, but maybe Rex would have been like, I don't believe you. This is insane. And then Fives would have flipped out on him even more. I don't know. Fives seemed pretty upset. No one can know. No one can know because he dead. He died. He's gone. RIP. So Fox did nothing wrong. And to those that say he should have used stun, we already talked about it. You match lethal force with lethal force. He was not risking the lives of his men. There probably was already non-lethal backup, but because he pointed a lethal weapon at him and his boys with the little smiley face, he had to do what he had to do. And it sucks that he had to die, but ultimately this was all set up by the Wrinkly Man. The Wrinkly Man set up all this. It was all his doing. He's behind it all. The Wrinkly Man is behind it all. And that's why we hate him. Because Wrinkly Man is the reason why Fives is dead. Wrinkly Man intentionally told Fives that he was evil, so Fives would go crazy and have something like this happen where he would have to get shot. Like, that Wrinkly Man set this up. Absolutely set this up. And it sucks. But here we go. Fox did nothing wrong. He did his job. He did his job in this situation. This was a justified shooting. It was internally reviewed. It was externally reviewed. He was placed on administrative leave. No, he probably wasn't. What's it called? What's it called when police officers, like, they have a shooting and then they're placed on leave for just a little bit after the shooting anyway? It's not. Is it administrative leave? I don't know. That sounds like when a cop does a bad thing. I don't know. Anyways, he was placed on a little bit of a leave to recover from the shooting. That's what cops happen. That's what I meant. He was placed on a little bit of a leave. These guys, they might have been too. I don't know. Rex, poor guy, very sad time for Rex. Very sad. But here we go. This is what happens when the Wrinkly Man is up to no good. And it sucks. But this guy, our little angel, is not to blame. He did his job. He did his job good. He protected his bros. He protected everybody. He did a good job. I need to take a drink. Yep. He's good. He did a good job. And if you think he still did it wrong and should have stunned him, clearly you didn't listen to any of this. Clearly you don't care about the narrative weight and actual good writing that happened here. Like, this was written beautifully. Like, Wrinkly Man behind it all. Dave Filoni did a great job. Like, this whole arc was incredible. And if you are like, oh fuck, should have stunned him, like, you're missing the point. You're missing the point, bro. You're missing the point. Wrinkly Man pulled the strings, and it was so tragic. But it was good storytelling. It's great storytelling. And this whole thing is the reason why Rex is not an evil bad boy. Like, because Rex is the only guy that really knew about what Fives was saying. He was the only clone. This guy, he knew about it, but he was too busy like killing kids to really care about it. He was like, yo, let's go for it. And Rex was like, yo, this is messed up. So he's like, this had reasoning, this had purpose, this had weight, and it was good. It was great. Fox did nothing wrong. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching my crime scene recreation. I hope you enjoyed very much. Let me know what you think. do you still think Fox was a bad boy? Because if so, man, you don't know what you're talking about. You're upset that this guy died. You're upset that this guy died. That's why you think Fox is bad. Because this guy, no, Fox is good. Fox good. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Have a great one. I'll see ya. I don't know. I'm gonna go finish drinking my Sprite. It's pretty good. Yeah, bye.